Good evening, fellow vapors. This is Cass, back at you with another juice review. Now, today's going to be quite a big juice review. I'm going to be covering 5 flavours from a brand new line. Now, this line is created by Element, but purely on a manufacturing basis. It's designed by a wonderful bloke called Jacob Lee. He's based out in Miami, and he goes under the name Quiet Owl. These are very interesting juices. I discovered them at Vape Jam, and Jacob was very kind enough to give me a little sample bottle of all of his range so I can try them out and film this video for you. In the UK, they're going to be released in TPD size bottles, 10ml bottles, but in the US, I believe that you can get them in larger bottles. Just check out his Instagram. I will put a link in the description below. But let's get straight down to it because we've got 5 juices to do. I'm going to rattle through these. I'm going to talk about them as much as I can and give you as much information as possible. And we're going to have some good vaping and we're going to try some good juice. So let's get straight down to the first one. Now, normally I would look online, but I don't need to this time because they're on the bottle. So let's get down to it. The first juice from Quiet Owl is called Daybreak. See, the one downside of these bottles is it makes them really hard for me to show you what the designs are. There we go. So Daybreak, as you can see, it says strawberries on waffles. No messing around there, just strawberries on waffles. Let's crack it open. And today I'm going to be using the Rig V3 with a roughneck RDA. I have a paralleled stainless build in here. I've got Daybreak by Quiet Owl on here now. Let's have a quick vape and I will talk you through it. We've got 5 to do, so let's get going. That's one of the best strawberries and waffles vapes I've had, and I've had probably 3 or 4 before, but this is the only one that is light and fruity. It's not weighed down with cream and blah. What you're getting on this is you're getting this immediately very fruity strawberry. Now, strawberry by its nature is kind of a weird flavour. Synthetically, it tastes very strong. On its own, it's kind of just watery. This is actually really, really fruity. What I'm getting here from the waffles is I'm getting this sort of doughy, lovely, like the smell of cooking waffles, but as a taste. So I'm getting this really light, fluffy, doughy flavour to it with a hint of cream, but not too much. But it's the fruit that's the star of this show. It's really, really lovely. Now, it's a shame I've only got 10 mils. I'd love to have more because I do like my dessert vapes or breakfast, depending on which part of the world you're coming from. But it's really, really enjoyable. If you like things like Pancake Man or the hot cakes, strawberry pancakes, try this. Obviously, it's not pancakes, it is waffles, but it's a very similar flavour, but way lighter. And it's not going to kill your coils. It's almost clear, whereas the Pancake Man and things that are really, really dark. This is almost clear. Look, let me show you the bottle again. Look, see? Really, really clear. It's sort of this light pale yellow. Strawberries and waffles. It's so simple, but it works really, really well. Alright, let's move straight on to the next one. The next one I'm going to be trying is called Chill Vine. There we go. Chill Vines. This one is a grape and menthol. Again, pretty simple. Now, luckily, I don't think it's going for that grape soda thing that a lot of grapes go for. I think they're just going for the fruit. So grape and menthol. And I do like a good menthol. It clears the palate. It sorts everything out. And with a fruit, it's very refreshing. It can make a summer's day much more enjoyable. And you can sort of have that all day thing going. Let's have a vape. Same setup. So this is the Cool Vine by Quiet... No, Chill Vines by Quiet Owl. And this is grape and menthol. Let's have a blast. Yeah, actually, pleasantly surprised on this one. The grape's not overpowering, and neither is the menthol. They sit nice and subtly with each other. Grape is quite an overly sweet flavour. It can become a bit heavy sometimes. Not this one. It's just got that hint of the grape there, and the menthol's not so cold that you can't vape it, but then it's not so subtle that it's not there. I'm getting a nice cool feeling right in the middle of my chest here, which is what you want from that menthol. You feel kind of clear, you can breathe easier afterwards, but it's a really fruity grape. It's not sweet like a soda would be, it's just fruity. It's like you've just eaten a grape and a mint at the same time, but in a vape. Pretty banging. Really like this one. So far, 2 for 2, I reckon. Both fruity, both kind of, well, the first one was creamy, this isn't, this is mentholated, but it's a really nice menthol. It's not overpowering. Sometimes a menthol can be overpowering. It can stop you all daying it. And believe me, your sinuses can only get so clear. Let's have another quick blast just for the enjoyment. And we'll move on to the next juice. Love it. Chill Vines by Quiet Owl. Alright, so the next one we'll go for is Cool Noon by Quiet Owl. I keep saying by Quiet Owl, you know it is, but there it is again. Cool Noon. This one is a strawberry watermelon slushy. Interesting. I've seen a lot of strawberry things. Strawberry kiwi seems to be a popular one. Watermelon, again, is an interesting one. Badly done is awful. Well done is the greatest thing ever. Some people just hate watermelon, so get out. Let's give it a blast. See how she vapes. And all that jazz. So this is the strawberry watermelon slushy. Is it going to be mentholated or is it just going to be cold? Let's have a blast and find out. Curiously, this one is actually colder than the grape and menthol, and I like it. The strawberry's quite sweet and fruity, but the main star of this vape is that watermelon. It just sits there. It's on the inhale, it's on the exhale, it's there throughout the whole vape. You can smell the watermelon, not so much the strawberry. But what you get underneath all of that is this lovely, cool, refreshing vape in the menthol there. Now, I don't know whether it's a colada thing or a eucalyptus thing, but to me, it just feels cold, and I quite like that. And I think for all days, they can't be too heavy. I think they have to have something cool in there to keep you going, to stop the palate getting overloaded. Really quite an enjoyable thing as far as I'm concerned. Again, like I mentioned with the strawberry on waffle, strawberry itself doesn't have a lot of flavour, but strawberry, like a synthetic strawberry kind of does. And this one's actually come across really fruity and not so synthetic. I wish through the power of this camera I could let you taste these juices, and I can't, and it makes it quite hard to describe. But a really fruity fresh vape with a beautifully cold exhale, inhale throughout. It's wonderful, and I wasn't expecting it to be colder than the grape and menthol. I mean, grape and menthol should be really cold, but actually this is colder, and I quite like it for it. This isn't your standard slushy vape, I don't think. They're kind of boring now. They're kind of done. This has been revitalized a little bit, and I'm really enjoying it. So I think what we'll do is we'll move on to the next one. We've got 2 left to do. The next one is called Late Night. There you go. I love the little logo as well. It's kind of got this really sort of retro feeling looking owl on it. It's kind of evil, but it's good. Late Night is a caramel cream crunch. So let's have a blast on this caramel cream crunch and see what it's about. Now the next flavour is one that I don't like as a general principle, but I'm willing to vape it and see if this one will change my mind, but we'll get there in a moment. So this is the Late Night caramel cream crunch. I feel this is going to be the heavier of the range, but it seems to be quite a balanced range so far. We've got menthol, we've got breakfast/dessert, we've got a fresh fruity all-dayer. This could be the heavy sort of treat vape, as it were. To me, this is like eating a big old bowl of granola with a caramelly topping and a little bit of yogurty cream in there. That's exactly what it says on the tin. I'm not going to lie. When I described the juice to you via the bottle, that could have been it as far as I'm concerned. Because that's exactly what it says it is. It is a caramel cream crunch. The crunch is this sort of wheaty granolariness. It's almost got a nutty, peanutty taste to it. You've got the cream on the exhale. And on the inhale, you've got that lovely sweet caramel. And it's just a wonderful vape. It is too heavy to all day, though, I would have said, for me. I like my fresh fruity all dayers. This is probably a bit heavy. I'd probably sit down in the evening, have a couple of toots on this, and then just put it to one side because you don't want to ruin too much of a good thing. And I think let's have another quick blast just for the hell of it. Yeah, really creamy and quite heavy. So let's go again. Yeah, wonderfully earthy vape that. Pretty good. I think it's going to work well better on RDAs that are quite hot. Tanks, you might find the flavour mutes a little bit, but I'd have to try that and let you know. So I couldn't really give you a proper advice on that now, but yeah, we'll go for it. That's the Late Night by Caramel Cream Crunch. Now this next one is, and I suppose all ranges should have one in. This one's a hazelnut infused tobacco. I never vape tobacco, ever. So, we're going to give this a go. I've only ever tried one before. So, although that ever thing was probably not all that true, I've only ever tried it once. And that was, I think it was called Oliver's Twist by a company here in the UK called Boom Juice. This is a hazelnut tobacco. Hopefully it's more hazelnut than tobacco, but maybe that's just my opinion. There's so many bad tobaccos out there. Alrighty then. So, this is called Starry Night. And it looks to me like, if I'm not wrong, he's almost gone through the whole... Yeah, we got Daybreak, Chill Vines, maybe an afternoon thing. We have Cool Noon, Late Night, and Starry Night. Maybe they'll take you through the whole day. So this is Starry Night, the hazelnut infused tobacco. Interesting. Now, I won't lie, this is not my thing at all. The hazelnut, however, is very good. It's quite nutty. It's got that sort of bitterness that hazelnut should have. It's the tobacco exhale that doesn't agree with me. Now, that doesn't mean necessarily this is a bad juice. If you like tobaccos, this is probably going to be one of the better ones, but I just cannot get my head around that flavour. I don't know why. I just can't. I never have been able to. It's kind of earthy. It tastes like you're chewing tobacco. Like you get, if you've got chewing tobacco, it tastes a little bit like that. It's quite an accurate flavour to tobacco. It's just not for me. The rest of the range, I would vape all day. I could vape it any time I wanted. But not this one. I'm going to have another blast just to see if I can change my own mind, but I think I know where I'm going with this. It's not as harsh as I would imagine it to be. A lot of tobaccos tend to be quite harsh. They tend to be a bit... It's not harsh, but it's not my thing. And I'm not going to lie, it just isn't. Just isn't my thing. Go check it out. I think you need to check out the whole range, even the tobacco. The hazelnut on it is really good. There's almost like there's a cream in there somewhere, but I don't really know where. A little bit on the exhale, but that's about it. The hazelnut, though, if it were just a hazelnut juice, banging. But the tobacco, personally... that just ruins it for me. Maybe that's a bad thing. Maybe there's just a tobacco out there that will change my mind, and if there is, please tell me. But today's not the day, and I thought that might be the case when I saw tobacco, but hey, it's all good fun. Anyway, I think that about wraps it up. So this is the Quiet Owl range. Go check them out. Jacob is an absolute legend for giving me these to review. He owns a couple of vape shops in Miami, and he's had this with his friends at Element. They've made this juice range, so you've got the Element quality there. Absolutely go check it out. In the UK, when they come over, I reckon you're going to be looking at around the sort of £5 or £6 mark. They are a premium juice after all, so look to be paying a little bit more money for them. But yeah, I think that about wraps it up. Thank you for watching. I have been Cass. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. I'll be dropping various links in the description below as to where you can find all this stuff. Thanks again to Jacob, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.